It's your girl, James Brown, the princess of Africa. I'm the baby.
Where you get information, where you get latest news that is trending, where you get your favorite celebrity, darling.
Yeah.
Don't just waste time and subscribe ASAP.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the area you are watching us from. Welcome to the show, Nigeria Euro Celebrity Talk Show. I am your host, your presenter, Frank Sandy Baresi. This is a show where we bring our celebrities, our entertainers to live interviews for us to be able to meet them, to know about their lifestyle, to know how they live and how they are doing. The Nigeria cross-dresser who is trending on the social media is very popular on the social media.
Hey, darling. It's your girl, James Brown, the princess of Africa. I'm the baby. Zilla Falante. Hey, darling. Hey, darling. Hey, darling. Hey, darling. Hey, darling. Hey.
You know, this is a show where we bring your very, very best entertainers, your best comedians, your best actors, your best dancers, your best actresses. We bring them live on the show for us to be able to meet them, to know them, and to know how they live their personal life and things that is going on around them. This is the show where we bring your best entertainers as they go. You know, a cross-dresser, a Nigeria cross-dresser who is very popular on the social media and she's trending on the social media is who we have on the show today. James Brown is who we are bringing live and on the show today, my people. So please stay tuned as we wait for people to join us so that we know.
It's your girl, James Brown.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you on the show today, James Brown. You know, we have been looking forward to have you on the program. You know, thanks for, taking out your precious time to be with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So we can actually throw a little bit more light on, this cross-dressing business, because most people here is cross-dressing, and they would like to understand what is cross-dressing.
Okay, I don't like to be called cross-dressing. I like to be called drag queen, because being called as drag queen is someone that I switch within, I switch often from man to woman, most often. So I like to be called drag queen, not cross-dressing. Because cross-dressing is somebody that is gender alien to move to the other gender. You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, so that's what cross-dressing is. So I switch I switch back and forth most often. That's the reason why I don't even call cross-dressing. Like tomorrow night, if you want to see me as my man attire. I don't have to put on makeup or anything. But next tomorrow, you can see me in a female wear. So I switch it more often. So that's why I like to be called drag queen, not cross-dressing. Okay, before I became a cross-dresser, I was a nurse. I was a training nurse. I was planning to become a good doctor, but I don't want to become a good nurse or something, to travel to the country, go for nursing class and everything. That was my plan. So there was no video. The only purpose I had was helping people when it comes to health industry. That was my plan. But as time goes on, I evolve, I change, and I never even thought of becoming a cross-dresser. I've never even thought of anything of that. So I was just having fun, enjoying my life the way I seen it, and that was it, really.
Wow.
The thing is that at some point in my life, when I was 15 years, 16 years, I have had this version of me wearing makeup. I never knew that there was cross-dressing that was existing. I was so young. Okay, the only person that came out back then was really.
Yeah.
So, and there was no anything called cross-dressing back then. I was so young at the age of 15, 16. I was so young and I had no idea, because there was no idea in my there's no movie me watching. I didn't have this exposure about it at all. So I only have imagination of me wearing heels, female clothes. Sometimes I take my auntie's crop top and I tie it. And I just wear normal trousers.
Probably when nobody is there.
Yes. I don't like a woman and stuff like that. So it was easy for me because I was expressing myself at that point. But I never knew that if you get to this extent in life, it's one of them that you become a drag queen. Like, what's that? I will deny it because I never knew to get to this stage yet. So I'm actually happy that I was able to explain myself right now.
Yeah, talking of getting to this point, I think it was an opportunity and you took it, as a smart
Yes,
person,
it was a bad publicity whereby I'm sure you know the story that made me go viral.
Yeah,
When
they didn't cut me issue.
I went to prison for a month, and during that period of time,
wow, you actually went to prison on that incident.
The thing is that I went to prison. I stayed at least a month. So I went through a job thing because I was maltreated. I was maltreated in the prison, like used, beaten. I went to soccer away to pack poop. I put it on my head and stuff like that. There was so many beating and so many maltreating because they felt like I was an outcast. I was like I was isolated because before I went to the prison, if I even get to the prison, the team has actually got them. If I got them. So most of them have access to the phone. But I knew that, James Brown is coming. The guy is so they're like, I didn't cut him. I talk that thing. I did crazy. They was clapping me, beating me, all sorts of things. So because of all these things, they don't even knew me in the prison. They don't even have idea who I was and stuff like that. They don't even have idea. And that actually, make things a little difficult for me because they didn't like me. They just disliked me. Totally.
So how did you manage to get out from that prison?
My dad rescued me. My dad paid the bills because the bill was 500K. So my dad paid 500K to rescue me from prison. You know what I'm saying? So, but it took time. There was a process where you go to allow all those things to make a clearance, some stuff like that. So the process was so much. So my dad had to go and do all these things. So doing all those opens, it took like a whole month because they're like, come back.
Yeah. So I can imagine that other people who were being imprisoned the same time with you concerning that same incident, that doesn't have this same kind of support you had. So
they didn't even have the same kind of abuse because they were not popular. I was known even before I went to get to prison. So that day it went viral because I was known. That was the reason. Okay. I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean some other people that were being in prison concerning that same incident, they still remained in the prison?
Some, not all of us. Some people left before me. Why some follow me and come out? Why some come after me? I'm saying. So it's like a different category, and because it depends on how your process of the bill is. I'm saying. So my bill was processed kind of fast. Some take 3 months, 4 months, and 5 months. Yes. The thing is that when I came out, when I became popular, I didn't think about anything. So, but when I was in the prison, I had a chance to think about my life over again by saying, okay, now I'm popular. What will I do with this fame? How will I control this fame? And I've watched a lot of movies. So I have learned from most movies I've watched how to control the narrative. Even though I've never watched a viral video, I've never watched someone becoming popular, like in a bad way. I have watched so many bad parts where some people they were tied in a situation where they have to leave that situation. So I've watched how to change the narrative, how to change the whole story, how to convince people, how to manipulate the whole story. So when I came out, that was my aim, to change the narrative. Yeah. So I came out, a lot of people reached out to me, gave me money and stuff like that. But that didn't change the narrative. What really changed the narrative was my consistency and was my unapologetic confidence, where I talk about my experience after prison. But I talk about my depression, my anxiety. So I talk about a lot of things. You get a lot of emotional part of me. People understand that behind this boy, there's still a lot of drama. So people got connected because a lot of people are passing through depression and frustration. So they could understand where I was at that point in time. So it was easy for me to relate with them. So that was really changed the whole narrative. Again. And the fact that I was switching back and forth, they didn't really get it from the start, but I keep doing it consistently. They're like, so it's just business. And I was funny, I was adding comedy, I was adding everything together just to change the narrative. Even though it took time, but it worth She gets.
Yeah, I can get your point. This same opportunity, lots of people, they've seen this kind of chances, but they could not recognize it. You understand what I mean? Whether drag queen or not drag queen,
Why?
it's all about opportunity and taking
Why?
it.
Why is that? Because most times when this kind of opportunity presents themselves, most people feel like life is dying, things is dying for them, stuff like that. That's why most times when people get this kind of opportunity, they don't use it well because they are so emotional about their own particular thing.
Yeah.
Being emotional,
they don't even recognize it.
Exactly, like they are so emotional. Most people get emotional about it most of the time. And like the emotion is too much and soft like get. So that's why. So most people get depressed, get sad, or something at that point in time. That's why most people don't use the opportunity very well. Yeah. But because before I became popular, at that moment when this whole thing is rushing in, people are joining them at the same time, they cannot be able to accommodate them because naturally for the people popular, they will need to come.
Yeah, talking of people and all that, how are you coping, with this, drag business and also the government, are there no challenges?
The best challenge right now, the terrible challenge right now is where people insult me a lot. Like on social media, on the streets of Lagos. Like anytime I move out or go out to a restaurant, people tend to whisper. So that would really pass through. But when it comes to government, for now, no, not really. The only thing that I know when it comes to government is the fact that the law says when you are caught on the heart, and most people have got the caught on the heart, so
drag is very different from that.
It is new. That's the reason. Like it is new to people. Like what's meaning of drag? Like they're all the same thing. They are not all the same thing because drag is someone that associates man and woman most often. So they're not really all the same thing. So but Nigeria is still trying to involve drag in that. Okay, James Brown is a drag queen. Okay, basically my dad and I became enemies for like 1 year. Straight up.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad was like, he doesn't like.
I can imagine.
Like 1 year straight up when I was doing my brand, my dad was like, he doesn't understand what it means to do all these things. It's rubbish, whatever it is. He's so angry. But at some point in time, I started making money. He was seeing it online. He was seeing so many stuff. I was moving with people. I was like, how are you doing it? And he called me, telling me sorry. I didn't understand. I just explained to him. I gave him a full explanation about it. And I was like, oh, okay. Then ever since that time, he has been supportive.
So would you want to relocate from Nigeria anytime, live abroad in the US somewhere?
I may come to abroad to do some stuff, work on my educational level, work on many things in my life, but I will not move totally because I still want to educate Nigeria. If I run it from Nigeria, who will do the job?
So like in this business, now is your motivation? Because, some people say Bobrisky, some say Derele,
My motivation is James Charles. Most Nigerians doesn't know him because he's more popular in US than Nigeria. Yeah. He has about 25 million followers, and I love the fact that he can switch his character within man and woman. Nobody actually motivates me in Nigeria, but I get so much strength and so much confidence from individuals who just caught, because there was a time when I was coming out, I was watching them with so much insult, so much pain, so much, just because of who they are, and they were able to stand. So I get a lot of strength, but it didn't really motivate me to become drag queen because some things in life you need to find yourself. Nobody can motivate you for it. You just need to find yourself. So this drag queen of everything, I have to find myself that okay, I want to pass through that space of switching to a man or woman. I want to.
So when you were smaller, when you were younger, you used to watch Derele on MTV Base, and you used to just like him. And
I used to, but I have never thought of him. I actually love him. I loved it, but I never thought of being like him. So I never thought about it. So it was like a thing that what I wanted to become was an actor. I wanted to become an actor, someone that had like a guy. Someone that had feminine with his character, but just normal being feminine, being hey doll and stuff like that. I just want to become different actor.
Hey, darling.
So that's how you see me feature in most skits as the guy for being feminine without no makeup and everything. That's what I wanted to become in the like. That was my idea of when I was going to actor. I really pursued that career. I got so many auditions and so many stuff. So that was the career I was pursuing. Not knowing that this was actually my calling.
Oh, wow. Really, really, really nice. So keeping up with being a drag queen, how is it? You know, keeping it all?
Very stressful, very annoying, because if I was just having fun, it shouldn't have been stressful that it's, but because I am putting much effort, my content are very authentic. Like you don't get it somewhere else. So, and people intend for me not to copy anybody. So it's really extremely stressful, because most times if you do something and it's so similar to your opponent, they will call you and threaten you. So I have to be smart and very stressed, like very stressed. But then come to the insult, the old swear, the old abuse or bully. I don't really feel it, because the thing is that what people don't really understand is that I enjoy being a man. I enjoy being a man, being a guy. I enjoy being free, because being a guy is like being free. Why? Why? Because most times I just put on my pants and shirts and I'm good. No makeup on, no air. I mean, I am just good. But being a woman, I have to like pack the pennies extra time. I have to like pack my breast extra time. I mean, it takes so much effort and pain at the end. I'm saying, but it's worth it. The thing is that I love the part that I switch back and forth, because after the whole pain, I still have to relax. I'm saying, I still have to relax, I have to be free. So not even 10 years, I want to become a transgender, but I support them. I have them as friends. I love them. I love their personality. The thing is that, yeah, if you are smart enough to make money in the business, but if you're not smart, you can't. Because one thing about drag queen or cross-dresser is that we are unique people, and we are in Nigeria. And in this country, we are few. We are limited. We are not that much. I'm saying. So right now that we are few and limited, it is very engaging. Why there's money there? Because the way I advertise your business is different from the way normal content creator advertise your business. I put so much drama in it, and if I'm putting so much drama, it goes viral. I'm saying. So I call attention to your business. I call make noise to your business. So that's making it can give you money. But if you are smart about it, you make money. Because the thing is that not everybody can accord you.
During the quarantine period, you were in your room knocking fry pot and something like this. Silent.
During that quarantine time, that was like the room I got, that small room I got, was my first time I rented my apartment. I rented my apartment during quarantine.
Okay.
Like I had no apartment. I was in my dad's place for a while. But when I went to quarantine started and the whole lockdown, I got that money together to rent an apartment. That was my first time. I made so much money at that time, so I made so much money and rented an apartment. The thing is that going to drag is another thing. But can you pass through the emotional pain? Because people will swear for you, people will come for you, people will threaten you, people will call you and tell you, if you don't stop it, I will kill you within 2 days. So can you survive?
And even normally, originally, even being a drag in Nigeria, I think your life is even at risk on the street, you know, walking.
God bless you. Like I can't go to the market without a bouncer or a soldier. I have to go with the whole bunker. I mean, it's mentally, somebody needs to, most times mentally, to be a drag queen president, you need to be trained. I feel like you need to be trained, because if you sit down and say you want to continue the way you're continuing, but then they threaten you 2-3 times, you might actually end up dropping the phone and stop doing everything you're doing.
Yeah.
So many threatening. People have called me, people have swear for me. I mean, people have reached out to me. A lot of people have even.
So do you ever like go to the police and make a report, or when you go, how do they attend?
Twice, yes.
So when you go, how do they attend to you?
They respect me, funny enough.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
Because they don't know. One thing about Nigeria, what about people is that they don't know what to carry.
So talking of like there is money in the business, there's money in drag. Aren't you scared that you're making so much rivals to know that they got to come into this business?
The thing is that I will never, and I have never thought about somebody coming to the business and I feel like I need to complete the person. God forbid. Let me tell you something. Nobody can represent. Nobody can be me. The unique part of it is that nobody can be James Brown.
Taking it off. If somebody could come out even while Bobrisky was trending, man, you are something
self-motivated and because I have a goal. My goal, see, the thing is that all the money I'm making is not for myself. My goal is to become a charity person, someone that reach out to a lot of people. See, there was a time in this life I was so broke. I was nobody. I was in the streets physically. I slept under the bridge at some point. So I want to be in that situation where I can help people in that situation. So for me to do that, I need to make so much money, gather them, and reach out. That's where my James Brown Foundation comes in.
Yeah, but talking of the old business, when you were just, and trying to do this old stuff, I remember sometime Bobrisky, supported you, I think, and you guys were friends, and now you guys are, quarreling online. And why don't you both come together and
people are asking me, it's not, the thing is that I am a very nice person. I don't even know that. I do not like trouble. I do not just sit down and call you out when I'm not jobless. That's one thing I want to do. I have to read, I have to edit my YouTube videos, I have to do many other things. So the thing is that I don't have issue with anybody. I can never have issue with anybody. What I just don't understand is the fact that just stop being threatened by me because we are two different personalities. I'm like a comedian. I'm a drag queen. I switch back and forth. So I am like the silver part of the person that is feeling threatened. So the thing is that I don't want any trouble. I just want everybody.
You just want to remain, doing your drag thing, and why she is a trans already. It's two different things.
So I do not want to have issue with anybody, but the fact that people just keep coming to my truth, I do not like. They come coming to my truth all the time. I don't like that. So that's just the way the problem is.
Don't you, or do you have the dream of taking this drag queen stuff to another level in Nigeria? So I don't know if you have this, dream of taking it to another level, or I don't know if you...
Yes, I have. My vision is beyond this. My vision is in 5 years now. I want to have an empire where I reach out to a lot of people to help them, first and foremost. Secondly, I want to groom upcoming drag queens. If you're emotionally sound, you can do whatever you want to do. So I want to groom people. Trust me, this drag queen of mine is not forever. It's for a period of time. It's just a position I want to start grooming people to become a drag queen. That's why we need to do more awareness, put more awareness, put more effort, and reach out to a lot of people abroad. I mean, government to involve in this thing. So that's why James Brown, is trying to put myself out there. So everyone understand that we are different. We need to come out. There are thousands of people like me out there that need to be heard. So me bringing myself out there is to help people. That's why I want the Nigeria drag queen / president to come together and become one, not beefing themselves and fighting over nothing.
Oh, online we saw you putting on a wedding gown with your friend Toby, the creator. What's going on? Are you friends? Are you really married?
Oh, so just the content.
Oh,
it was just having fun content. So the content where I wanted to manipulate people, ideas and ideas. So it was just a content.
Okay, it's just a concept. Okay.
I'm still single
because I was wondering, so Toby sometimes, half drag, half normal. So is Toby into drag also?
No, it's just a fashion influencer, fashion consultant. It's more into fashion. It creates his ideas in fashion and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's just fashion.
So Nigeria Europe Celebrity Talk Show. Now we have we have a guest on the show, Victor Eric Oni. Welcome, sir, to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to be in your show today.
Yeah, so we have James Brown, from Nigeria, talking to us on Nigeria Europe Celebrity Talk Show, and it's been nice having the conversation since. Yeah, so all this your makeup, your hair, and everything. Do you do it yourself, or you have a crew that makes you all?
Yeah, I do have a crew. I have a crew that do makeup. I have my hairstylist, my makeup artist, my clothing stylist. I have all these people working with me.
Okay. James Brown, aka Hey, darling, aka the Diddy Caught Me, you know, it's live and direct on Nigeria Europe Celebrity Talk Show.
Yeah, hi, Brown. It's good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
How you
Thank you
doing?
so much. Yeah,
Good
Brown,
afternoon.
I want, first and foremost, I want to thank you, the host of Nigeria Celebrity Sunday. I'm really privileged to be in this show today. I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I actually came in late. Well, Brown, I will be asking you a couple of questions if you wouldn't mind. First and foremost, what really transpired on the day you were arrested? Were you actually out there for a meeting, or you were actually there based on the accusation you were accused of?
Oh yeah, what really happened was I went to a party as I normally do, and I'm a dancer, of course. So I'm in dancer slash not, but my dancing is like once in a blue moon. I'm not like focused on dancing every day, but my nurse was every time. So I was going to a party where I need to dance and stuff like that, and I just went. So I was going to be paid on 10,000 naira. Yeah. So I went and normally I go, but my getting there, I saw so many characters. But who am I to judge? I'm a nurse and I have to accept everybody. So I went there and I was trying to like come to your store. They were calling me James Brown, come and dance, something like that. So then the police just came in and read all of us. They even asking any question. So they got an information, wrong information or something.
Okay, Brown, that was actually what brought you into a limelight. My other question there,
Yeah,
I always also ask you, I hope you wouldn't mind, but with what you're showing up to the society today, like your dressing, your outlook and all that, what do you have to say as regard to what they were accusing you of then to what you are now?
basically, I just want to get the whole idea. The thing is that what happened in my bedroom did not betterment anybody in this world, because the personality, I am meant to do whatever I want. How many celebrities do people actually do they ask what their sexuality are? My sexuality does not have any impact on anybody, and I would have come and explain myself on when I am ready. So guys, the thing is that people keep asking, "Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay?" The thing is that the better truth is that I will not respond to that answer until when I'm ready. So the thing is that, you know what, if you really want to know about my sexuality, they should come to my bedroom and they will find out. I don't know why people keep asking. But at the end, even me telling you do not, even me telling my fans, I'm like whoever asking, do not help them emotionally, physically, mentally. I mean, basically never help anybody. So it's better you just focus on my achievements, on the fact that I came out in a very powerful way, which is normally nobody can survive it. And focus on the talent you are getting from me. I mean, the entertainment, the courage, focus on that. I don't know if Nigeria like focusing on this. I mean, the whole world at large.
Okay,
Bobby, I think being a drag queen and being a gay, they are two different things. You understand? For me,
God bless you, Dole.
Two different.
God bless you.
In my own perspective.
Okay, Brian, my question is, what I also want to ask you is this: how would you rate Brian of yesteryears and Brian of this year? Like, how would you rate yourself now? Like, what challenges are you facing at this moment, being a drag queen, and the challenges you never faced when you were the Brown that people knew you to be there?
Oh, this brand is different. This brand is like stronger, better, more confident, more smart, fearless. I mean, very fearless and savage. So this brand is successful. Not where I'm looking for, but this one is successful. I prefer this brand and that brand, but I still want to join that brand to this one in a way that, I mean, I want to go back to class, nothing classes, and learn all those things to my course and everything. So
yeah, bro.
Keeping up with all this, keeping up with all this drag and your hair, your makeup, your cream, your clothes, because your clothes are expensive and they are designers and all those stuff. So keeping up with all these things, you know, is it not expensive? As in, is it not taking a lot from your income?
It's not really expensive because anytime I buy them, I make the money back in tenfold. So I don't really feel it. And I enjoy it. I love luxury life, of course.
Yeah, because
And I
thinking
wanted
of,
to-
because
I
thinking
enjoy
of it, you know, it's a lot.
Okay, Brown, I also want to ask you a question. A lot of people, a lot of us see, sorry if you don't mind, because I'm going to be deviating a bit from this interview. A lot of people see Bobrisky as your mentor or someone who actually helped to bring you.
Point of correction is it never happened, I mean.
Okay, okay, but
yeah,
the point is, she was actually there. She actually helped you out when you were facing or when you were going through. Okay.
There was a misconception about this.
Okay, could you
The
please
thing
clear
about
the
it, the only
misconception,
thing-
please?
There was misconception. The only thing about it is that she was there to show off the help she did, which is by giving me the money she gave. And that was it. Okay. That's all. So there was no emotional consulting, there was no iOS, there was a little advice at some points, but there wasn't pampering, there wasn't really help that people really imagined it to be. It was just the part that I was being grateful. That was the reason.
because I personally saw the video and the picture on the internet while it was
What
handing
you saw
over
is
the
what
money
it
to
is.
you.
That's it. What you saw is what it is. That's it. The thing is that it could have helped me behind the scene or in front of the scene. But ever since he has come out and insult me with the fact that I gave him money, has made me dislike his character. I mean, his personality altogether.
But let me ask
anybody.
you a question. Don't you think that the publicity she did has actually contributed as well to your influences, like people getting to know you, like, associating with Bobrisky? Because as far as we all know,
at the beginning.
yeah, thank you very much. Don't you think so?
No, I don't think so. Nothing really helped. I was popular with or without whoever you're calling. I was popular. I was extremely popular. I mean, 50 Cent had to repost my video. So tell me, with this person and 50 Cent, who is bigger? Beyonce commented on 50 Cent video. You have to do research. I'm sure you do your research. So the fact that 50 Cent reposted my video made me go really viral. So trust me, without or without her.
Wow, actually, please, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit. 50 Cent reposted your video.
Yes. 50 Cent reposted my video. At that time, I was in the prison. At that time, I was in the prison. So 50 Cent reposted my video. At that time, I was just in the prison.
Now, let me ask you a question, Brown. How did you get out of the mess from the Nigerian police? How did you come out from the prison? Was it because of your status? Because you were saying, you're not gay, you are HIV positive. What brought you out from the prison? Was it your status or someone actually have pitied on you and that led you out?
Yeah,
what really made me the thing is that we were placed on bail. So they were trying to look for evidence for like a whole time, but they didn't get. That the court case was dragging to 2 years straight up. So they dragged the court case to 2 years. So nothing really helped me. Like the only thing that was fun that they keep dragging the court case every day. I keep attending the court every day. So I didn't. It wasn't really worth it. It wasn't because of my health or anything. It was because of the whole scenario I talked.
It was just like there was no real case.
There was exactly. It was just like
because probably there was no proof for anything.
It took 2 years. I mean, we just dismissed this case last year of November or something. So it was 2 years straight up.
Wow.
So there was no real case, of course.
Okay, Brian, I want to ask you a question. First and foremost, before I ask you this question, I need to kind of commend your efforts of coming out that you were HIV positive. There are a lot of people who has been through these challenges and they are finding it difficult to own up or even come out. Reason being know that they're going to be stigmatized. Some people are even not telling their parents. Some are not even telling their close friends or even their partner. But you were bold enough with the scandals or with the old stuff that happened during that arrest to let people know that you are HIV positive. How have you been able to cope with the society, knowing very well that they've got to know that you are HIV positive? What has been your challenges so far?
Nobody really care about it, trust me.
Really?
Because I am not, yeah, because the thing is that I don't talk about it. I just focus on the fact that my health does not define me. My sexuality does not define me. My talent defines me. I made people understand that nothing you think of me defines me.
Sure.
What I want people to define me, oh, that James Brown is a good comedian. Oh, he's a very good cross-dresser, drag queen. I mean, he's so funny, he's so lively, he's so confident, he's so positive. I don't want people to talk about my health status because his status is blue or because of, no, I want you to talk about my talent. I'm ready to show my talent to the world.
So there are no actual challenges like from people, from discriminations and all that stuff.
The thing is that people still not really believe it.
Talking of the issue of HIV, I think you did not get any endorsement from like USAID or UNICEF or something to advocate for them, because for you to have taken up that courage, by now you should have been an ambassador to a health brand or something, So no invitation, nothing of such till now.
Nothing. I think it's because I didn't really emphasize on my health status a lot. That was why nobody really cared.
And I think that is another plus area for you, huh?
I know. So the thing is that I'm still working. I don't want to say, I do not want to measure my success with my health status.
Yeah.
It
doesn't really matter because so long at the end of the day you are contributing to people's life, you have a way of giving it back to people's life, and at the same time is putting food on your table. To me, it's not a bad thing, because it's just an opportunity to advocate for something that will be right for people.
I have plans on how I want to launch myself, so I'll focus on that plans, and when I'm done, you can come back for this.
Yeah, we will see it, and it would be nice to see you up there, because
my name is Brown, aka is it Queen Princess of Africa?
Princess of Africa.
Yeah, no. Before you were calling it Princess of Nigeria, but later you diversified to Princess of Africa. So what led you from Nigeria to Africa?
I become big. Yes. I become big. Is that my dancing video?
Yeah.
I become big, very big. So that was it.
Can you tell us?
I become big. That was the reason. What happened was I have a vision beyond Nigeria. Trust me, I have a vision beyond Africa. So next time my name changed from Princess of Africa to Princess of Nigeria, just Princess of Africa to Princess of the world. Just follow it, because I am bigger than this whole world, actually. I'm like a bomb ready to explode. I have so much talent to give out there. I am a very good ballerina.
Seeing this video that we just shown, recently, or usually, let me use that word. We normally see you acting with comedians, different comedians, Lawyer Kunle, Brother Shaggy, and all of them. So you really do skits with them, or they call you, or how do you collaborate with them? How does this happen?
Most of them like me a lot. I mean, I'm a very fun to be with. I'm a cruise person, and they really relate to my brand. So they call me most time for those skits, and I love it, because I love.
We saw that a lot of people like you a lot. That was when we started to have you on the show.
Thank you. Acting is my talent, and I'm trying to write a history of Beba. Even though that James Brown is an actor, a dancer, a singer, of course, even though my voice is terrible. Then I'm just an entertainer / drag queen. So the thing is that this thing you're seeing here is just pure business.
At the end of the day, whether drag queen or not drag queen, the main message of this whole interview is you being able to have that courage, that motivation to do something, to take an advantage of what people seem to be like abnormal in a community where this does not exist, where people does not understand this thing. But you saw the courage, you have the motivation, you took it, and you are doing it. You are living for yourself, you are earning for yourself, you don't depend on nobody. I think people should learn from you that there's a lot to do out there, even if it's not being a drag queen or what. There's a lot to do out there, because if being a drag queen, let's use the word cross-dresser, can put food on somebody's table, can take somebody on an aircraft to different places, because I believe if not for this COVID-19, by now you should have maybe had the opportunity to go abroad and be back.
Of course. How do you know it was COVID-19? Just spoiled everything.
I believe strongly so, because I see your works, I see how people react to you, I see your social media platform. You don't ask them to follow you, they just love you, for what you do. You understand?
Brown, what advice do you have for people who are out there, like who are in the walls? They are trying to break out from the walls. What advice do you have from them? Like people who wants to live the life you're living, or people who want to do something outside being a cross-dresser or being a transgender. People who have something in them, but they don't know how to, it's one thing for you to have a determination and another thing for you to have a motivator. So what advice do you have for people who've got a vision, but they don't know how to go out of these walls? What advice do you have for them?
Okay, the advice I have for them is they should become a dreamer. Become a dreamer. Become a determinator. So you determine and plan yourself. Don't plan too much, because most times things that you don't plan for can happen. And again, just be a risk taker. Go for it. Go, you will not die. Just try and go for it, because young people do not like taking risks. My advice to young people is that there needs to be focus. When I went to prison and I had no idea if I would come out, I still have that belief that I will. When I became popular, I came out of prison. I went to therapy for like 6 months straight up, even though I became popular and I was showing up on social media, but I was still passing through therapy. And the back was because I needed to understand the new box I'm going to, which is my personality, where my personality comes involved. So to do that, I was determined. I am determined. And the fact that somebody even threatened me made me more determined. I can
see the determination.
What motivated me was the fact that I have no parents, actual parents to take care of me. So it was not about myself. It was the fact that my dad was a researcher. I didn't have my time. My mom, the marriage was basically over before I was born. So I had no family taking care of, like no couple, love, support. So I had more of toughness, streetness in my aunts. It even got the fact that my auntie bites my eye. I was my auntie bites my eye. So the determination was that I wanted to change my story. I wanted to become bitter. I wanted to become bigger, because I was suffering a lot of. I was an outboy at some point. I have so many marks in my body and everything. So I would be maltreated by my aunt. So at that point, I see there was determination, but I wanted to become bigger. I was tired.
Yeah, the abuse as a child was too much,
Traumatized. So I wanted to change my story. So I left home at the age of 15 years old. But at some point, I wanted to become a boss on my own. So that what really changed the whole story. That what motivated me to become better. And when I became popular, people were dashing me money. I was making money. People were dashing money. I make like the whole first month, I made 300K. I was shocked. It was gifts. But before 6 months, I was signed to a hair brand. I was signed to a brand called Biscuit. As one of their content creators. I was being paid every month under their. So I was like, my dear, this money, for me to make 100K, I have to use a year. And I can make it in a month. No, this is the real deal. That was really pushed me going. But most time people start something, I don't really make money. That's because what you are doing is not what you are meant to do. So it takes time for you to know what you are meant to do. When I started speaking motivation, right? I was like, believe in yourself. I was the motivational speaker. Everyone's gonna buy you. I had no idea what to do. I was just there. I was just so there. So at that point, I was just there. So just motivation. I had no idea. So I was thinking of what to do, what would be unique. Then I started dancing. Then some of the celebrities chatting and said, James, please add that into your career. Make sure it's a material thing. I said, no problem. From there, they even reach out to me and tell me, this dance everything is it. Then keep talking. Then I keep talking. Then I match it together. Then until I tried putting on makeup. My makeup went viral. I mean, went viral beyond my reach. I was like,
This is the need.
The positive, I got so much negative from it. They called me all sorts of names. I mean, they compare me with rats, a lot of animals. But the fact that people compare me and people pay attention to me made me really wow. Okay, that means I can pay attention. I mean, I love attention actually. I don't crave for it. I do it effortlessly. I just get it because right from childhood, anywhere I am, I'm always like the center of attraction. I'm always that kind of person. So I drive on attention, like it's one of the energy booster. So I know everybody giving me so much attention and makeup. I'm like, okay. Then I went to try. I was trying to do so many things, different things. At some point, I wasn't putting on week. At some point, I was just changing the whole thing. Once I get to the position that, okay, this is who I am. Exactly. So the thing is that my story is what motivates me. The fact that I carry pure water, I sell pepper. I have to use raw English. I carry pure water, I sell pepper, and I was the stripper at some point. I mean, I almost did something very unspeakable. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you very well. I'm listening to you.
I went back to school.
Okay, you went back to school because that was the question I wanted to ask you. Okay, you went.
When I was a dropout in secondary school, but at some point, my dad called me, come back from South Africa and begged me that I should come back home. I went back to the Romeo New Private School, and from there I moved on. Then I went into nursing school and everything, so I went back here. So my grandma was the one that took care of me and my dad. So my mom wasn't to act on. So yeah.
So have you been having any negative comments from your family about who you are now?
They won't try me because I'm very savage. He's my best friend. But he's not my manager. I have a manager. He's my best friend, but not my manager.
Okay.
He's my best friend. And why is my best friend? Because he's very supportive. There was a time when I was going viral that people really looked down on me and insulted me. I mean, anybody that come around, they called them names, and he was able to stand there for me. That really made him a really trustworthy. He was there to help my growth, not for the old virals and everything.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, Brown, why do you always use the phrase darling?
That was a mistake, though. Do you know that? There was a time when I started talking, I was like, hey, darling. It was boring. So I was trying to rephrase that darling to something else. So it ended up being darling. It was, at a point, it was door. D-O-O-R-I-N-G. Darling. But somehow like, darling, hey, darling. So just calling the way it comes. So continuously, I got mastered to that particular blunder. It was a blunder. It was a big blunder. And I just keep that blunder a unique something. Trust me, it's
unique.
I can rebrand this.
It's your uniqueness. No one has ever said, hey, darling. So thank you, James Brown, for being on the show, Nigeria Euro Celebrity Talk Show. It's nice to have you on the show today, and it's been so wonderful.
A talk show where you get gist, where you get information, where you get latest news that is trending, where you get your favorite celebrity, darling.
Yeah.
Don't just waste time and subscribe ASAP. And I would like you guys to enjoy and keep watching Nigeria Euro Celebrity Talk Show.
Thank you, James Brown, for being on the show. And
all right, thank you so much.
And Mr. Eric Oni, we thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me in your show. I'm glad to. Okay, please, everyone, I advise you watch Nigeria Celebrity Talk Show. Bye.
So my people, I thank you now for staying tuned and for watching our program today, Nigeria Europe Celebrity Talk Show. Now know how they do for the program. I beg, before we run the show properly, make you subscribe for the channel, make you press the notification bell, and make you share this video. Thank you, my people, and there's been nice having our one guest celebrity, our entertainer James Brown, with the trend for social media. We don't still meet and we don't know why they do what they do, and the IT start and every time we give them the encouragement. And people like this now would like to meet people where be say man, people they lose them, that they do something where they out of the land, that they have normal, so that we know where they find that courage from, because it not really matter what you they do, but provided make them positive and make them be waiting be say man, they good for the eyes of God, and waiting go they put food for your table, my people, provided you can't hurt anybody, you can't take key dog, you can't take key man, you can't take key human being. So my people, thank you so much for staying tuned on the show, and we'll come again with another Ogbonge celebrity who now light for Nigeria Euro Celebrity Talk Show as we do. Now me, Frank Sandy Baresi, una presenter, una bye bye.